Friday. Friday. It's Friday in Florida.
Hello.
I think it's Friday everywhere.
I think it should be. Welcome, everybody. I don't know if we're on there. We're live. We're live. There's Mr. Let's start at the top here. Doc, we'll roll down. I'm David Williams.
Hey,
A
David.
new man, a new fella I met recently, Jamaican Sure Fishing. Met
What's
him
up,
today.
Jamaican Sure? Hey,
He
Carl.
he was in the United States for like 20 years, just moved back to Jamaica recently. There's Carl.
Hey, Earl.
Donald Knight, Northeast
Hey,
Slab.
Donald.
He's going to be back in a little bit.
David Smith.
David Smith.
David Smith. What's up, Earl?
Shane Flint.
What's going on, Shane?
Fat Boy Eric. Catfish Biking.
Ked's mom. Hi, Bernadette.
Ked's mom, Bernadette. Hey, Bernadette.
Hey, Carl.
What's up, Catfish? What's
And that's
going
cool.
on, Eric?
You notice everybody else calls her Mrs. Polanowski. You see, we're old enough. We can call her Bernadette. Hey, Bernadette. Here's Mr. Hank Snow.
Hey, Hank. Hey, Joe.
What's up, Hank?
There's Joe.
What's up, Joe?
There's Rob, that Shiner guy. We crowding up, crowding up, crowding up.
Hey, Celeste.
What's up, Rob?
Oh, Celeste, wasn't it Wendy?
Oh.
Who's that's you? You got? Why am I hearing feedback?
Oh.
You're the one with the new microphone, and I hear me echoing on your microphone.
I don't hear you echoing.
Curtis Cunningham.
Well, I hear me echoing.
Ronald Mott Sr. showing.
This VIX is amazing.
You gonna have to fix that, Doc. Everything we say is coming loud. And it's from you. Sorry, but you. I mean, I hate to be.
Hold on. Let me see something.
Stuart the Fish Whisperer.
Does everybody else hear the echo with Doc? Or they hear the echo? I don't want to automatically blame Doc.
I got echo cancellation on
Well, let me make sure I do.
because I'm not hearing an echo on my end, on you, or anything.
David Smith hears you, but you're the only one with a new microphone. Is the only one I'm saying it might be echo majorly this thing. And I mean, I haven't changed anything. Yeah, yours is loud, man. I mean, that was loud what you just did.
Hold on. Let's try that. Is that better?
Sunday. No.
No.
Monster truck.
All right. Let's try.
What? Turn it. It ain't on my side, Rob, but I'm hearing me.
Out.
That's what Rob said.
How about that?
Let me hear it.
How about that?
Still here. It's you, John. That's what they're saying.
Right, but Doc has the new microphone. I didn't do nothing different.
Celeste says it's you, John.
Yeah, let me make sure I don't have another page open.
Oh, that'd be cool, Bernadette.
No, man, you still hear it?
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
No, we're about right now. I don't hear it.
What'd you do?
What'd you
Say
do?
something, Doc. I don't know, but it quit. Everybody said it went away. There we go.
Good now.
What's up, Teddy?
You see what
What'd you
Bernadette
do?
said?
I don't know. I just made a funny face.
Okay. Yeah.
Curtis,
White man Curtis.
don't even be getting started.
Next one up.
Who?
Scroll down. There you go. Bernadette.
Earned it.
Oh,
Carly and Theo said they had a great time with you and hope one day we could come down and enjoy your company. Well, that's good. Those are great kids, man. We had such a blast with Ted and his kids.
They would be.
I mean, they had fun. I think they had fun. I mean, it was very enjoyable evening.
Rigo Outdoors. Hello.
Welcome, Arrigo Outdoors.
hey, Arrigo. What's up, hunting and stuff? Was that the night I got back from Georgia where you guys were out with them? That was what? That was Sunday night?
Yeah, we only went out
When you
with
guys
them one
went
night.
live?
No.
Because you
Yeah,
guys
we
were
did.
live when we got back home.
Yeah, you came on for a bit.
Everybody share Jamaican Sure Fishing's channel. Great fish, new guy we just met. He's living in Jamaica now.
Still
Pretty cool guy. Mr. Tully?
Still not great, Joe. Still not great.
I'm gonna tell Tanner that story.
No.
Yes.
No.
It's
No.
not illegal. But it's nothing illegal. And we talked about doing it last week. Lindy says I can't. No pigs with it. We talked about trying to get pigs with it now. And we shot it on Jew's property. It ain't nothing illegal.
You don't confess to something that you're not supposed to do.
I didn't do nothing illegal.
You're not good either. Ted.
Ted's sick.
Yeah, when we got back.
Oh no.
Yeah, I've been sick since basically about a day and a half after we got back from Georgia. I was fine on Sunday, good on Monday, and then woke up Tuesday morning and just awful.
Thank you, Earl, for sharing.
Wait a minute. Somebody just asked me a question. Said, who's on the right screen? Arrigo, have you not? No, it's hunting and stuff. That's Doc from Coastal Fever. He's like we're buddies. He's part of all this. You may have just missed him the last few times. And on the weeks that you probably don't think I'm live, we go live over on Doc's channel. So if you don't know who he is, there's the problem. But we go live every Friday. If we're not on his channel, we're on Doc's channel.
What'd Ted say? No, Doc, sick is. Oh, that sucks. I laid around a lot. I didn't have a lot of energy. I never ran a fever or anything, just no energy and just completely and totally stuffed up.
Maybe you got the
So,
flu.
yeah.
Well, Earl, dude, I have been losing sleep. At least now I'll get a good night's sleep tonight.
Look at the crabs that Earl.
Earl has got the crabbies. I didn't realize them Amish folks was all crabbed up like that.
Oh man.
Good job, Earl.
Put Joe's comment up.
I'm trying to find it. Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Doc does. Doc knows somebody who you know, or however Joe said that. Let me keep up. I'll be fine, Dave. I'm working now to get the week. Yeah, y'all traveling. See, y'all got sick traveling.
That had to be it, man, because the girls aren't sick. Jen is. My mom is. I don't know. The girls are fine, knock on wood.
They used to call that crud from an Army friend. Now it's called COVID. That's right, man. What about
Yeah, so
Slab
I probably won't stay on till 10 o'clock tonight. I'll probably bail around like 9ish or so because I'm still exhausted. I can't sleep, you know?
Yeah, y'all want to see some big crappie? Y'all go to Northeast Slab Hunter.
Yeah.
Go check him out.
Like a 3 pound, 6 ounce one is like the first thing popped up I saw. Doc, you know how big a 3 pound, 6 ounce crappie is?
Yeah, that a little bit smaller than the 4 pound one I caught.
Took a COVID test and it's negative.
Oh, let me go take a COVID test.
I got so many different strains.
Did you even hear what I said?
No, Doc, I wasn't paying you no attention. I'm sorry, what?
You asked me if I know how big a 3 pound or 3 pound, 6 ounce crappie was. And I said, yeah, a little bit smaller than the 4 pound one that I caught.
Oh, okay. I still hear me echoing a little bit. It's just turned down.
When did you catch the 4 pounder?
He didn't. He's
It's a
crazy
joke.
as a shithouse rat. He's as crazy as Ted said as a shithouse rat.
Oh.
What's he got here? Yeah, do it for John's hair. Curtis just hair jealous. And girlfriend jealous. And cool jealous. And Bass jealous. Wait, what did Batty say?
You got a girlfriend?
You? I thought.
Oh, I'm your girlfriend?
I hope so. You my friend and you a girl. What did Batty say? You're as cool as a snowshoe.
Thanks, Rob. I'm glad I didn't either.
Batty popped off. He goes, you're as cool as a snowshoe with no toes. And he walked off. I went, what? He said, you're as cool as a snowshoe with no toes.
Hold on. I'm looking at Northeast Slab Hunter, this video here. Right there. That one.
Is it? Oh my God, Drew, it's a giant. Oh my God.
That's what I hear is him saying, oh my gosh, it's a giant.
Okay,
Yeah, Ted, I saw that. That is a killer looking crappie rod, spec rod. Get a dial on Revo and cheap and awesome reel.
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
Curse words, 'cause- oh my God. Dude.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
It is. It's Mac Daddy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Biggest fish
I don't know what it was.
Very cool.
I mean,
My gun playing on the floor.
crap.
Well, we heard a crazy noise behind the bar, Doc. I mean, it just crashed pretty
I just picked him up.
Get away
That's
from
awesome.
that microphone. Get back off that microphone. You're blowing my ears out.
What?
Your mic is loud, man. Every time you mess with something, I mean, it just got loud there. We'll get it dialed in.
I'll turn it down a little bit. There we go.
Yeah, I think
How's
that's what it is. You're just coming in, man. As the truckers would say, you wall to wall and treetop tall, son. I second that dial up. It's a great budget option, really. At any of it. Okay, I made a funny joke today in the Catfishing Live and nobody laughed. Some states, I guess, if you have like more than 2 rods, you have to put your name and all on the other fishing rods to make them legal, right?
What?
Yeah, you got a right to have your stuff on. So anyway, they're all talking about different ways to put their names on these rods, write on them, get a tag. I told them just change your name to Shakespeare. And I thought that was hilarious. And nobody even paid me no attention.
They probably thought you were into reading.
Yeah, I probably thought I was trying to be all poetic and stuff. Oh, Slab Hunter. When me, Joe, and Doc went fishing not too long ago, my cutting room floor was up to my butthole with cuss words and
That's right, Joe.
and talking about other people. We had to cut so much stuff out.
Dude, that video was so hard to edit, but yet so much fun to edit.
Can we say hello to Mr. Tully?
Mr. Tully, if I missed you, hello.
Stuart the Fish Whisperer.
Ted, I have a story about Vicks Vapor Rub and Vaseline.
Oxygen. All right.
I think that's where Ted was going. I used to know this crazy old dude. I'll make it short and clean. Took old girl to the beach. They's all drunk. He ended up getting Vicks Vapor Rub instead of Vaseline.
Come on now.
Hey. Boy, Lindy's on me today. She just elbowed me on that one. I didn't say nothing wrong.
Don't want to lose people.
Well, Doc, blame it on Ted. He said that first, and I was like, no, it's Vicks Vapor Rub. We don't have to have out names on them, but we do have to have a second rod stamp. Isn't that wild? To get more rods, they got to get a stamp.
So you're talking, are you talking about just for, what's up, Ari Smith?
Welcome, Ari.
Are you talking about just for, is it just for crappie fishing, or is it like if you go bass fishing and you've got 2 separate rods on the deck, like, or is it just for crappie fishing?
No, the rod, they're talking about catfishing, but hold on.
Oh, okay.
Look what Northeast Slab Hunter said. Aha, small water. I was kind of drunk on bourbon last time I was on your live. Ended up giving Ted a rod. Lucky Ted.
What's up, Rob? Lucky Dad.
He's not writing his name on no fishing pole to be legal.
Thank you, Ted. Lucky Dad, welcome in. Good to see you.
Oh, Ted, you started it. Don't be laughing because she elbowed me. You actually started that one. And I cleaned it way up. And I still got elbowed. Oh, I forgot Bernadette was in here. Oh, elbow me next time, Lindy. Okay, Bernadette, that was my other story with Vicks Vapor Rub. When I was a kid, my mother would make us eat a spoon of that. When you were real like Doc is. And I've read every label on Vicks Vapor Rub there is, and it says nothing about eating that stuff. So I thought it was just my crazy mama. So I'm glad Bernadette knows somebody that did that too.
Hey, Tucker.
No, it says right here, take 1 spoonful.
It does not. I read the labels.
Fish Head Videos. Welcome in.
Does anybody else read that like pop-up video? I read every time I go, Fish Head Video.
Actually, Joe, I have some of that in the, I think we had that for Kinsley when she was sick. If it's still good, I'll use it. I don't know. I usually you get a cold like this. I don't take anything. I just suffer through it. I don't know.
Let's welcome in Bassin with Big Malone. I believe it's your first time in here. I believe, maybe. I don't know.
Welcome.
What's up, Bassin with Big
Well,
Malone? Welcome.
And what we're talking about, everybody sees next Friday, the 2K giveaway. You know, I'm not going to advertise it. That's why I practiced tonight. If you notice, Doc, subscriber only. You got to be 5 minutes. So next week it'll get.
I didn't notice that at all.
Yeah. Next week I'm just going to make it subscriber only. I don't want to advertise the giveaway. It's, you know, for people that come in here. We got some pretty good stuff. We're giving away a Duckett Green Ghost spinning rod, medium heavy, 7-footer. We got some bruiser bait stuff, some Bass Addiction stuff, some shirts. Went to Bass Pro today, got some Bass Pro stuff. So I don't know, Tucker. We went the other day and it was kind of slow, but we caught really big ones, but we hadn't went in a few days.
Yeah, me too, Ted. I had asthma growing up, so I had a lot of that Vicks on my chest trying to breathe.
Yeah, we did that too. My mom made me eat it. I always wondered if that was just nonsense.
Joe's on a roll. Dayquil, NyQuil, and Sinex. If that doesn't do the trick, just make right with God.
Man, the old NyQuil, that's what I do. I drink a big old cup of that, curl up in a bunch of blankets, wake up the next day, be just sweated wet, but feel so much better.
Yeah, the NyQuil's been working. The NyQuil's been working a decent amount.
It's easy, Shane. I had to watch a video to do it. Go to your YouTube studio, click on the live, go over to the left, and just go down to where it says a C word that means change things.
Configuration?
Maybe not that, but it's a word. You'll know what it means. It'll go in there. It's something, but anyway, it was quite easy. Do like I did. Get on YouTube and say, how do you put it in subscriber only mode? Let me catch up here. We're getting behind. I'm not Curtis here. He can keep up. I'll send you some deer sheds to give away, John, if you want. Well, we're doing it next Friday, Lucky Dad. But if you want to come up live and do it, you can mail it straight to them. Exactly what John said. Man, I like the way that sounds. I don't hear it a lot. I'm going now. Who said shot of Bernadette? Shot of whiskey. My dad would get that old rock and rye stuff. Some old nasty stuff had a grape in the bottom of it. I don't know what that was bad.
Ugh.
Big crappie tournament down the road at Talquin this weekend. Very cool.
Yeah, they're saying tornadoes possibly, Tucker.
True, I don't drink coffee, but I'd probably take a shot of the Jamaican rum.
Are you talking about what, tomorrow, Lindia?
Yeah.
The weather?
Coming through, yeah.
Yeah, you guys are supposed to get some severe weather. Nothing crazy. Like they said, very slight chance of a possible spinny storm, but I think it'll be just our normal little, afternoon thunderstorm type crap that we would get in the summer.
Ted got it customized. I knew it was a C word that meant customized. So. Cool, Slab Hunter. You don't have to, but that'd be cool. And Tucker's going out Sunday. We're watching the weather, Tucker. Tomorrow's a bunch of rain, and it was windy today. Holy guacamole.
Yeah, it was.
Welcome in, 3030. There's PA Trapping. Welcome in.
What up, 3030? What up, PA? John, I'll come up with some. I'll come up with some stuff too for Friday night. I think
you don't have to, Doc, but you're more than welcome to.
No, I think I got some shirts. You got plenty of bruiser baits, right?
Oh yeah, Steve sent some. Okay. He sent it. I looked at the picture he sent. It'll be some, all the sponsors: Flat Out Tungsten, Bass Addiction. We got a few shirts from there, a couple bruiser bait hats. Like I said, the rod went to Bass Pro today and got some cheap Bass Pro hats and a Bass Pro T-shirt. We're gonna try to go.
Kenny?
We're gonna go in town tomorrow and get some Okeechobee stuff. Like maybe some visors that say Okeechobee. It's different little things. What's up, Chatterbait Kenny? But the Bassin fella that joined, yeah, man. If we're down here in Okeechobee, Florida, so we've been on the crappie, the specs as they call them here, crappie back in Carolina. But we've been chasing them for a week or two, or three, or more. Had a busy week with Batty. Goodness, Batty was a handful. All the plans didn't go together real great, but it worked out. Slow jigging today, got 10 good size. I'm not sure if it was because I was before, during, or after the front. Very good, James. You know, us fishing minnows in the pathways, you know, sometimes when we're not catching, jig guys can get them, and sometimes when they're on the move, it's harder jigging. So when it all boils down to when they want to bite, they will bite. When they don't, they don't. But it's good to get some. We took Batty. Well, Ted, his crew, you know, we didn't catch many, but they all caught big crappie.
That's what you were, I remember you saying that when I jumped in when we got home from Georgia, where you were saying, you know, everybody that was on the boat had like caught their PB, whether it be crappie or, you know,
right.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. I loved it when they got in the boat and the biggest crappie they'd ever caught was like 7 inches. I was like, oh, we're gonna have a good day. And Theo, or maybe his daughter caught it first. And then Theo got one. Then Ted, poor old Ted, man, he let his kids catch fish. It got later, you know, we're like, Ted's got to get a fish while we're out here. And then they wouldn't bite. They wouldn't bite. And Ted, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't you caught a little catfish first? A little tiny catfish. And then we thought that was going to be it. And right at the end, Ted catches like another big monster slab. It was good.
You caught a ballyhoo?
Yeah, he caught one of them ballyhoo things.
Needlefish.
Well,
little, yeah. People call them needlefish or dogfish.
Oh, Chrissy Brown.
They freshwater ballyhoo to me is what they look like.
They keep going in and out of the front door.
Yeah, but it was good. You know, we tried to get on the crappie the first couple, or the pigs with Batty. Same with Batty is how it worked out. They got spooked off early. We just didn't see them. Didn't see him. His last morning here, he got up, went to the store. We're sitting here. He wasn't going to go out to the stand. It was like 8:30, 9 o'clock. And what did I say? This is your last hoorah or something. He goes, I think that hoorah done hoorah. So I said, come on, man, go out there. We had like a half a bucket of corn. He goes out there and flings the corn, crawls up in the ladder stand. Said he was getting ready to get down. He'd been out there about an hour. Said he's looking at his phone. Said he's looking at his phone, goofing around out of the corner of his eye. He saw something, looked over, and a big black one came in. He was like, oh. So then he's trying to get turned on it. He said, then that big one come rolling in. You saw the picture, didn't you, Doc?
Yeah, the one you sent. Yeah.
That's big old pig. Man, Batty texted me. It's funny. I told him, I said, when I hear you shoot, I'll come out there. He goes, no, I'm just going to text you. I'm coming to get the drag rope. I was like, okay. So I didn't even hear him shoot. Lindy heard it. I was in the bathroom playing my game, something. I never heard it. I got a text message, and it was Batty. He said, I'm coming for the rope. I was like, oh. We barely, the drag rope we use is one we made. It's like a broom handle with a big piece of rope on each end. And, you just kind of go around his neck and pull it. Dude, we couldn't get the rope around the pig's neck. It was that big.
Did you see the James Schrager?
Oh, I'm sorry. I quit reading and got to talking. Where's he at?
How did you weigh it or no?
No, we didn't have a scale. But Dragon, I said hey to him while ago. Did he say something else?
No, I just came in.
Oh, okay.
Make sure you recognized.
But from Dragon Deer and all, we're guessing 250-ish. I mean, it's big. I've seen bigger, but it was big. It's big.
We don't really have deep here, northeast Slab Hunter.
We don't what?
Have deep. He says, do we ever get them deeper, or are they always in the grass? I'm assuming he's talking about crappie.
He said, is there ballyhoo and Okeechobee? Where's the deep one at?
No, there's not. They're not really ballyhoo. They're the little needlefish, or people call them dogfish.
Right. Yeah, but they look just like a ballyhoo. But Doc, they're
like a ballyhoo with no wings.
Dude, we're getting tarpon and stuff in Okeechobee, so it would be very
the freshwater tarpon. Yeah, they'll roll up in there through the canals and everything.
He's welcoming pigs into PA. Who asked about deep? Where was that at? You got me bum puzzled now. And a little catfish. That's right, Ted. It give you one at the end.
Northeast Slab Hunter.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, first thing, Mr. Slab Hunter, we got to introduce you to Lake Okeechobee. The whole lake ain't but like 8 foot deep. I mean, there's deeper holes, but not that much deeper.
And the channel in the middle that takes
You
to
come
the-
up the river, it might get down to 12, 13 feet in there. But yeah, when we're fishing 4 and 5 foot off the bobber, we're kind of fishing deep.
That's just what they're.
Yeah, there really is no like. What's what they say the actual like level of the lake is now? Is it at like?
Oh, India looked the other day. It's
15.97. It's almost 16 feet.
right.
Okay.
It's like 2 to 3 feet too high. Yeah. But now the river also is kind of deep. It's like 18 feet.
There's a
in
couple
some
deep, yeah,
places.
but the average depth of Okeechobee at full pool is what, like 12 foot, and that's averaging in with all the channels they've dug out, you know, for the bigger boats to pay. It's shallow lake.
Yeah.
Not like-
Kissimmee River runs into Lake Okeechobee. That's the only deep part, really.
You'd have to go find some holes. I mean,
There's spots. There's
who was the
spots.
other guy jigging? What was his name? James Schrager.
James
he's pipe
Schrager.
up. I mean, it's probably, you know, our water's up now. It's like 8 foot now where we're fishing, and usually that's like 4 foot.
Yeah.
And over on the east side, they have the big channels dug out where those big boats come through. But you know, if they get out of that channel, I just watched that video that them guys crossing from the Atlantic to the Gulf. They tried to cut the buoy off out on Okeechobee and banged up the tore the bottom of their boat up.
There's rocks out there. If you don't stay where they have it marked, you will run into rocks and tear up your prop, the underside. of
Everything,
your
yeah.
boat. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to pay attention. Lake Okeechobee, she's mean when she.
Or just go real fast so you don't need like a foot of water.
Which you can't do in those boats.
There's Kenny. I forgot you were in here. Not anymore. They changed it to 15 foot since they completed the rim ditch project. Yeah.
That goes all the way around Lake Okeechobee, the edge of the inside.
You're talking about down there on the south end, on that rim ditch stuff.
The rim.
What's
canal.
Carl putting up here? What we got here? What's the short?
Sure.
Oh, that's Carl. He loves that light, man. Ted Carl said he got ordered him one for his kayak. And I want to thank Ted again for the disco light. The YOLO
Hold on, kids. I'll be right back. I gotta go drain my head.
The YOLO Tech light stick. But yeah, Batty got the pig. Ted's family got a crappie, so it was a good weekend, but long. Batty was here like 7 days. He about run us ragged. Shane, the one I watched, it's almost looked like a tugboat looking boat, but I mean these big cruisers, yachts go through there. If we go around and we launched at Pahokee, and there's like big cargo boats in there and all in Pahokee. I mean, a lot of boats go through there.
All right, y'all, look at this.
What?
What I just posted.
Oh, okay.
Ugh.
Look that up there. Look at that, y'all. Bruiser baits and bass addiction gear are now combined on one place where you can get your
one website.
where you can get your bass addiction gear, the same place that you get your bruiser baits. They have different varieties, plus you know the apparel. You can get the hardware. I mean, you can go there and get everything.
Yeah, it used to be you either had to go to Bass Addiction or Bruiser Bait. Now it's all together. Welcome, Mr. Greenwell.
I got your nickel. I got your nickel.
Ted, she got your nickel. She got your nickel. Hello.
Hey, Greenwell Fishing. You say hi.
Hello.
Hello.
How's Miss Avery?
Hi.
What?
John, how are you?
Good.
Good?
Good.
Very good.
You're not sicky, are you?
No, but if she keeps sitting on my lap, she will be.
Oh, yeah. Bless her heart.
There's a real man right there.
I don't want you to be too close.
Hi.
Yeah, that's really hard.
Anthony J, that'll be next Friday. It's funny. I was in Anthony J's live and got to talk about the 2K giveaway. He commenced to talk about how cool that is that a channel could give $2,000 away. I was like, no.
No.
I said it's 2K subscribers, not 2K in prizes.
Look at that big catfish.
Where?
He was home.
What up, BB?
Oh,
Look at that.
yeah, look at that catfish, Doc. All them catfishing.
Wow.
Mr. Greenwell is the cat. Right there is the. I don't know a lot about catfishing, but watching these channels, there is the man right there. That dude brings in monsters on the regular. I mean, very impressive, Mr. Greenwell. Like I said, I don't know a lot about catfishing, but I know you bring in big old fish. They all do. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Shane,
The size of those catfish, the catfish you guys bring in is ridiculous.
Yeah. Yes, Shane. That's like Kenny's saying. That's the cut through. If you bring your big yacht and all down the coast and don't want to go through the Keys, you just swing her through Okeechobee.
Yup.
That's what I heard. That's a giveaway 2K cash. That's what it is, man.
All right, BB.
Oh, man. When he talks about heading to the cabin, you know, he's talking about like a snowmobile, then snowshoes, and then uphill, and then chase the bear out and put the roof back on and get the fire built.
All while it's 20 degrees below zero.
Way cold.
Nothing like the cabin I was in, right?
Yeah, nothing like that.
Not as easy as a drive.
Might be dark as that, though.
And Doc,
What up, Johnny?
anytime you eat a small pepper, you got to have some small water right behind it. Doc could use a hot pepper right now.
Yeah.
You know, Batty brings gifts every time he comes. Apparently, he grew these big, wicked, all kinds of peppers. He brought us a handful of these dried ones so Lydia could get the seeds and plant them. And we're like, okay, we don't need a lot of peppers.
Oh, you got the same thing too, Ken? Yeah, it sucks.
Oh, he ain't breaking us, but he's darn sure making YouTube seem way more important. That's right, Ted. That Backwoods Barbarian does have videos where he goes out in the snow, not just snow covered. I mean, because he's in Labrador now. Found a dead tree laying on the ground, crawled up in the log with a light in his camera, and just spent the night. Uh-oh, Mr. Johnny Small Pepper! Ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding.
Thank you.
Now, speaking of peppers, you go watch Mr. Johnny Small Pepper. That gentleman will eat some hot peppers.
Hey, we ought to team him and Batty up and see who can eat the
Oh, Johnny Small Pepper. We might need it next time Batty comes. 4th of July. We need to have a Johnny Small Pepper versus Batty challenge on a live.
Batty eats that hot stuff, Roy. Woo.
Hang on. Close. It's a side-by-side, so I'm walking through the snow. It's uphill. The roof has a hole, but it's good. And I don't have to fight a bear, but I am eating. Tell me I don't watch your videos, Backwoods. I was all over that story.
Pretty close.
Happy New Year to you, Johnny.
Happy
Small
New Year,
Pepper.
Johnny.
Thanks again. But yes, man, I nailed you. That's a man I want to come to Florida so I can just laugh while he lays on the ground and goes, my God, it's hot. Save me. Taking him down to the ice machine. Man, while Batty was here, one of them chilly mornings, you know, I get up and I got on like one of my damn Sopranos tracksuit pants. And got on, you know, like a vest, it's actually the shirt I cut the sleeves off to make Lindia the boots. Remember when
you guys were in that tournament?
And she fell out of the boat and I had to cut the sleeves off, make her shoes. I'm actually wearing that. Batty is out here in short pants, no shirt, and sweating. He's talking about me being cold, where my buddy from down the road pulls up. He's got on a jacket, talking about it's cold, and I'm like, Batty, you just don't understand.
Oh, you should have seen me up in Georgia.
We did cowbell, Ted. Where were you at?
It was like 30-something degrees. I was layered up, dude. No. I told y'all when I jumped in the other night, I don't know how you guys do that up there in the cold like that. I have no idea how you guys do that.
Okay, I don't know why they do that. I didn't know how or why.
Exactly.
I got to admit, I laughed when the weather came on the news because they were talking about all this cold and devastation getting ready to hit up north and all. Makes me laugh. Showed trucks jackknifed in the middle of the interstate, snow everywhere.
Yeah, you missed it, Ted.
Didn't we do this before? Was it not you last week, Northeast Lab Hunter? It's Batty, like Batman. He's not a baddie.
No, he doesn't have a channel.
And he doesn't have a channel.
He don't even send it.
No.
Yes, he told us he has never sent an email on his own. The couple he sent, he had to have one of his many past girlfriends help him. All right, Backwoods, be safe up
All
there.
right, Backwoods, be careful.
Come back on. So
And
what's
Backwoods,
that?
when you get up there and you get in your cold ass damn log little shed with the hole in the roof and you're freezing while you're building that fire, just know it's like 66 down here right now. And we're cold. We're chilly.
It's actually, you guys are what? You guys are 66?
It was a little bit ago. I hadn't looked lately.
We're
Shane's
still.
getting ready for the big storm tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, that's going to hit up his way.
Yeah.
They're getting it in PA tomorrow. Yeah, y'all enjoy that.
We're still sitting at a comfortable 70 right now.
Yeah, it's cold, man.
We ain't in the 60s yet.
Yeah, you said you were let me give a rod away buzzed up last week. Don't get drunked up next Friday on the giveaway, or they'll have all kinds of stuff. That is a sweet rod.
Yeah.
And what's funny is not many people realize what he was saying, but Ted caught it. He's sitting behind us, and I see him on his phone, and we're like, "What are you doing?" Ted's like, "I'm emailing this dude." And Ted said it's so funny, we're talking about it, we're chatting right now. Ted leaned up beside me and goes, "I just want a rod." I'm like, "Look at you, Ted." Poor old Ted drove down here, Doc. I don't know if you heard it. Dropped the damn valve in his truck. 15 minutes from our house. Spent the first day driving around looking for a mechanic. Anyway, long story. He can tell it on one of his lies, but they got it patched up enough to get it back to Pennsylvania.
Yes, he is, Johnny.
Who? Oh, Backwoods is the real deal. No, Backwoods beat up the real deal. Yeah, man, he's got a video up, Doc, where they're down there close to you snorkeling. It looked like a bunch of Yankees down here. I mean, they're in that water. Ain't nobody else in that water. I bet the people running the place were wearing jackets.
Foster Park again. That's cool.
They love it down here. All of them, they love it down
Yeah,
here.
Ted, his whole crew loves it down here. They already planning their next trip. Ted is hooked.
When Ted takes Sue over to Siesta Key, that's when it's going to sell it.
Oh, yeah. When she gets over on the West Coast, Ted, you're done, son.
Yeah.
You're coming to Florida.
When they doing that trip?
Northeast Slab Hunter. We all try to be. We're not your kind of channel that gives stuff away in a giveaway and then don't mail it to you till it's not a financial hardship for us. I know Ted just laughed. Doc's laughing.
I'm laughing.
I bet Joe cracked up if he's still here. Yeah, we know of a guy that'll do all these giveaways and then just never give away. So is that not like a non-giveaway or a Indian giveaway? It's an Indian giveaway. Like the old Indian giver?
Okay.
That's an Indian giveaway. Chris.
But then somebody could be mistaken that you're giving away an Indian motorcycle.
It's a faux Indian giveaway because you didn't really give it away, but you give it away and then didn't.
Say that
in order for it to be.
Wait, stop. Say that again, Andy.
A faux Indian giveaway.
Now go through all of it because you give it away. You what?
Because you say you're going to give it away, but you don't give it away. Give it away.
Give it away now. Give it away. Give it away. Give it away now. What you got? I want to put it in your mama. See, I was just setting her up for that. The first time.
Oh, I knew what you were doing. The minute she goes, when you give it away, you give it away. You're like, say it again. I was like, here he goes.
Yeah, because the first time she hit the groove with it, she was like, just give it away, give it away. I was like, oh, give it away now. That's right, Shane. Indian giveaway, giver. It's an Indian giver away.
Indian giver away.
What's up, Bullock?
Ooh. The name that makes all pixelated fish tremble.
Hello, Kelly.
The Bullock Experience. Is that correct? He always plays computer fishing games, so all pixelated fish tremble when Kelly joins. Is that correct? That's correct.
They're made out of pixels, yeah.
Yeah. He's the pixelated fish whisperer. I love giving Smelly Kelly a daggum hard time. But yeah, I'm trying to think of more stories with Ted. But they came down, we went crappie fishing, showed the kids how to, that was fun, teaching the kids how to unwrap the rod, the poles and open them up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Theo got a bite on one of the rods he put out. It's funny when he lifted it up, it went back together. You know, because they didn't pull it.
Didn't pull it all the way out.
He lifted it up and said, "Tuk, tuk, 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 tuk." He just kind of looked at it. It was funny. Oh, Joe. Joe, I don't know if Joe's in here.
I haven't seen him in a minute. He's probably just hanging out.
Theo pulled the Joe. After Ted said it, after all the butt downs, Theo's in the front. And Lindy goes, "Butt down, Theo, butt down." And he dropped that booty to the floor. Not even thinking. He just dropped it. She goes, "No, the butt of the rod."
I reached around and grabbed his rod and put the butt down. I said, "No, it's his."
But I'll give it to the boy. He dropped it like it was hot, son. She said, "Butt down." He said, "Boom."
He pulled the jug.
That's right. He ties jigs now. He's a jig tire. Oh, that's right. That was on the live, wasn't it? So hunting and stuff got to see the butt down. But hunting and stuff, that's happened a bunch. Old Joe from Parabellum Fishing, we're out there. And, you know, Lydia keeps telling him butt down, and Joe just he just squatted. And we laughed. Oh, it's hilarious.
That was the ice fishing one, right?
I'm about to say that was probably on Joe's video. Theo's funny, man. He cracks me up.
He was good at getting bait, though. I mean, he did
Yeah, he did great. Carly did great. They all did good. They did way better than Ted. But apparently Ted's got a video coming out showing me. It's got me showing the kids, you know, being Mr. Teacher with the kids and the poles. It was cool.
We had a good time. I wish they would have been better because, I mean, when they were on fire, those kids would have had such a fantastic time.
The funny thing was we barely got set up. I don't even know if we were set up. The first crappie bit, Theo pulled it, or it was Carly. Maybe Carly. Somebody pulled it to the top of the water, and it was probably a big 14-incher. You know, it was a big crappie. And it just floundered on top of the water and was gone. And old Ted was just, oh, my Lord. I mean, I think it looked like a whale to him, I believe. Then Theo got worried about football games. It was funny. It's funny.
Did they get enough to take home any?
They wasn't taking them home anyway.
Oh, no. Okay. Did you guys keep any or no?
Though, yeah, we kept them. Those went to the Batty bag. You know, I've been building Batty up this big bag of fish to take back home with him.
Oh, okay.
We still got it. He forgot it.
Batty forgot the fish.
He forgot it.
Hey,
what's up, Stanley?
Hey, Stanley Orchard. Oh, I got a tech tip for anybody in here that owns a Traeger grill. May work for other pellet grills. Batty brought steaks. What were they? Ribeyes and New Yorks?
Ribeye, New York, and what's the others?
I don't remember.
Ribeye, New York.
Sirloin?
And
no. What's the three good steaks?
Three good steaks. A strip.
Filet.
Ribeye, New York strip.
We hid those. That's a whole nother story. Anyway, and we're talking steaks, like 2 inches thick steaks, big monster ones.
Oh, yeah. At least
New York strip, a ribeye, and a
Delmonico.
I can't remember. It wasn't a Delmonico. It wasn't that badass. But anyway, we were going to cook them ribeye, New York strip.
It wasn't a big steak. It was, you know, about this size.
But thick,
like
way thick.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
We're going to cook them on the Traeger, but anybody has a Traeger, they don't sear. You know, they're more like an oven. You know, indirect heat with the pellets. You know, you can. And I've cooked steaks before, and they look okay, but they're porterhouse. But anyway, they just don't cook steaks. So I got on the old YouTuber, found this crazy redneck cook. Well, we got some fillets. I'll tell that story in a minute, Ted. He takes the drip tray out of his Traeger. Then you can lift up like the metal diffuser that's over the actual burning barrel in the bottom of the Traeger. Take all the covers off, jack that bad boy up to like 500 degrees. And dude, it's an open fire steak cooker. It'll blow the flames up to the grill. I mean, it's amazing. I cook them steaks one at a time over that center burner. It's quite amazing.
No, we had London broil too.
Yeah, he made a London broil.
It may have been just two
ribeyes and a New York, I think.
New York strip, yeah.
Carl, when we were out fishing with Ted and his family, Batty was here. Not Batty, slab hunter. Batty was here, and he cooked a London broil potato. We come home and it was amazing.
It was delicious. Batty
Now,
was good.
it ain't a skirt steak, Teddy. It's a nice steak. Come on now. You going down the cow. Next, you're going to say a buttock steak or something.
2-inch thick steak.
I think it was 2 ribeyes in New York. But anyway, strip your Traeger down to, you can get down to, I mean, you can see the pellets falling down in the fire pit. And it was amazing. I mean, we're hooked now. That's how I cook all my steaks. Is my Traeger will be tore apart, and you're not tearing it apart. You can take all that out when you clean it. Just cook them right over the flame.
Yeah, I like mine rare, so you can't do a rare steak in a Traeger unless you do that.
Right, because it won't blacken. I mean, you cook stuff now.
Right, you can't sear it up. Yeah, it doesn't sear up.
Yeah.
But my boy Batty, holy goodness. Remember how he came down here, Doc, years ago, and from all his partying and drinking, his ulcers kicked up and he was all bleeding and all that?
Yeah.
Oh, he got a new woman and all that's thrown to the wind. Thrown to the wind. While he was here.
What, the not drinking?
While he was here, he drank 4/5. No, wait a minute. Showed up with about a half a fifth of Captain Morgan. Bought 4/5 while he was here, and a 6-pack of beer. 6 days. 6 days.
So one beer a day.
No, that was one evening when we just stopped on the way back from somewhere. He slammed down. No, I'm talking about he wakes up, walks outside, morning ham, he goes over to his cooler and he's drinking.
Oh wow.
Oh, he got to be a handful, man. Handful. You know, me not being a drinker and all, it was a handful. Hard to get him on it's a handful. But we got it done. I've got him on a monster pig, so it was. Took him out crappie fishing. He's about, I'm not going to say 3 sheets in the wind, at least 2 good ones, maybe 2.5. And it had those 2-foot, little 2-foot rollers on the lake.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're in the pontoon and he don't get in a boat very much. Oh, that was a whole, he didn't have his boat legs for sure. We thought we were going to lose him a couple times in a pontoon. You know, if you lose the man over the rail.
In a pontoon with 2 footers.
Oh, man, this is controlled fire on that Traeger, man. It was like I laid it one way 1.5 minutes and it'll give you the black, you know, the grill marks and all. Laid it that way 1.5 minutes, cocked it 45, 1.5 minutes, flipped it 1.5 minutes, cocked it 1.5 minutes. So it was 6 minutes. Lindy was eating steak.
Yeah, because she likes hers. Hold on, I gotta go drain my head again. She likes hers like I like mine, right? More rare. Don't you eat yours like well done?
Yeah, well, not well, but done. He was awesome, and it was all Teddy got to sit here, and me and Batty ed to tell Ted like old deer hunting stories back through the years. We got millions of them, uncensored. Ones that Ted got to hear some stories, and Batty was about lit telling him. It was fun.
Was Batty around the kids?
The afternoon for a little bit. The second day, not when that was before Ted came, we took Batty. But on Ted Day, Batty decided to stay here and watch for pigs and cook that London broil and all.
Oh, okay. I mean.
No, Shane. All of us at 2.5 sheets are in the wind. You're on your way. Oh, Batty just getting his wind, son. He's just getting started about that time. And yeah, the funny part, kids.
What's the one thing I saw?
Ted's kids love Batty because he's a freaking cartoon character.
Oh yeah, no, Batty's great, man. I love it.
And he's completely tattooed up. He's a freaking cartoon. I love him to death, but man, he was on one this weekend.
I'm trying to think of the thing I saw. I can't remember. I don't know if it was like on Instagram or whatever. It says, I like to have 4 or 5 practice beers before I have my first beer.
Yeah. He likes to have 4 or 5 shots of liquor before he starts drinking liquor. He's got a little routine. He had like a little mason jar, and he would fill it. I guess it makes him feel better drinking it out of something little. But he'd fill it up, drink it, then fill it up again, and put that down in the ice of his cooler. He'd walk over here, get a little jar out, and do it. I mean, he's a professional. He's professional.
That's what my grandfather used to do. My dad's dad that lived out there in Okeechobee over there on 18th.
Yeah.
He used to. I mean, his drink was bourbon, and he would just basically drink bourbon and maybe just a little bit of water. And he used to put them in Snapple bottles. So that's how he would do his. When we would go out on the pontoon boat, he always had a whole bunch of Snapple bottles laying around. And the first time you grab one of those when you're about 12 years old, thinking it's iced tea because it says Snapple tea on it, and you take a big chug of it when your grandfather tells you, go ahead and drive the boat up the canal there, and you're thirsty, you sit down in the captain's chair, and you're like, oh, there, yeah. Holy shit. Yeah, no. Yeah. And then Grandpa looks over at you and goes, I got a hold of Grandpa's cough medicine, did you?
All right, Doc, we got a new guy standing here. I don't know if you've met him yet. He's from the Catfish Channel, but Hogleg butchers this man's name. I want you to pronounce his name.
Susquehanna.
Yeah, Susquehanna Stan. But wherever you were going first is poor Hogleg after years. You know, he's still rolling out with I think he calls him Susquehanna Stan. Batty reminds me of the Joker when he starts as funny as hell. All his little comments and movements. But don't get me wrong, I can tell you. Oh, he is. Great guy. And I mean, he was, he was drunk around here and you had to put up with him. But as of him cleaning up, taking care of stuff, I mean, we handled everything. He brought coolers full of food, steaks, roast. I mean, just all kinds of stuff.
Catfish dog.
What's up, dog? Okay, here's another guy that I've just been
in. Dog.
He does the funniest catfish commercials. Like he'll watch like everybody's lives during the week in their community. And this man right here will spit out the most funny, like a little news report about, and over at Catfish, Pontoon Jody, she did and they're hilarious, man. The dude is hilarious. What's Stanley got going on here? I knew a biker who used to cruise around with motor oil bottles filled with vodka and martini mix so he could get away with drinking on the road. Not that I condone that, it's just funny. That's funny.
I would eat yeast rolls running around.
Yeah, Lindia stuffed yeast rolls in her boots. We'd be out riding our bikes, and the whole group would stop at what was that? Quincy's.
Yeah.
Everybody would eat. We'd all be fat and happy riding down the road. And I'd look over and Lindy be eating a big fat yeast roll. I mean, it'd be an hour and a half later. We're riding our bike. I look over there. Where the hell did you get that? She always wore boots on the outside of her pants. She'd reach down in her boot, and she had them wrapped up in napkins, and the whole top of her boots were filled with yeast rolls.
I had like 3 in each one.
Yeah. So we ate freaking yeast rolls. Stanley, it is. And I don't know if he makes it. I mean, I got to get up. I don't watch his video. I need to. I see him in other people's stuff.
Evening Anti.
But I don't know if he puts them out as short videos or not. I really want to find out. But they are freaking hilarious. He's a funny man. Welcome, Mr. Anti.
What's up, Anti?
Trying to think anymore. Oh, Batty got to see his first rocket launch while he was here. That kind of blew him. And it's funny. He kind of played it off. Hey, man, rocket launch 10 minutes. He's like, yeah. He got out here and kind of stood in the yard a little bit spellbound and was like, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool, Batty. And it was a good one. We got to see the fire, then the jellyfish. And I was like, yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I could only see just a little bit of the ember light over here. It was just very, very small. I couldn't see it like you guys could.
Hey, Boxy.
Welcome,
hey, Boxy.
Mr. Boxy.
Thank you, Boxy.
What up, Anti?
But yeah, like I said, I've been hanging over the Catfish group. There's some funny people over there. So it's kind of cool to see everybody mix it because a lot of our regular people would get a kick out of those parodies, I guess you call them. It's pretty funny. He ain't got no saints, so he's about like one of us. But like I said, we got Ted and them on Crappy. That was the big thing. Ted got his truck back home safe. Batty made it back to North Carolina. So it was a successful week, I will call it.
Does Batty drive straight through or does he stop?
No, he rolls straight through. It's like 11 hours.
What about Ted?
Ted wussed out in Georgia somewhere and then went on up. But he's got kids and all. He's got to stop.
Yeah. Oh,
and
I mean, we were damn near. Man. We were damn near close to North Carolina, where we were. We were in Morganton. I mean, I think we were maybe 20 miles at the most from the, like if you went to the west, you were in Tennessee. If you went to the east, you were in North Carolina.
Right. And Slab Hunter, the only reason I know Susquehanna, the old Abbott and Costello skit where the Susquehanna Hat Company, where they're out front, and every time he would hear the name Susquehanna Hat Company, the guy was mad at him and he'd break the hats. I mean, that was from old black and white Abbott and Costello. Because I remember he'd go, "Where'd you get that hat?" And they'd tell me that the Susquehanna Hat Company. I'm sure Boxy did. We're all saddened by our brother Al losing his wife.
Yeah, it was sad. I saw that.
He stayed with her by her side
The whole time. Ted drove 15 hours down, then drove 4 hours to get to Florida. On the way home, he drove 4 hours because we left at 8 p.m., then drove 13 hours to the house. That's very smart, Ted. I'm 7 miles from the North Branch. I really don't know where it is. I just know the name. But I'm sure Slab Hunter will. I don't know nothing about up north. You get above North Carolina, I'm lost.
Sweet. Got 30 thumbs up. Thank y'all.
What we got, Hank Snow? What are you getting thanked for, Mr. Hank Snow? Oh, he got him. Yeah, Hank Snow and dog Hank. Okay, let me turn around then. I bragged on the catfish community. Any of you guys from the catfish community, everybody in here right now is good folks. Good people.
They stand beside each other.
Stand by me. But yeah, that's why I did. Like I said, everybody subscribed. I'm not advertising it, but this time next Friday, we're going to give some good stuff away. I think Northeast Slab Hunter said he's giving away like 3 reels and 4 rods or something. Have another drink, Slab Hunter. No, he didn't. I'm kidding.
It is cold.
Oh, wait. Oh, that's why we're not going anywhere near it.
That's why we're south.
Oh, man, no.
Oh,
no. 25 degrees. No.
Before we moved to Florida, we fished around the Topsail Island area, red fishing on the coast of North Carolina.
But we have been up to Lake Mattamuskeet fishing.
Yeah, and up at the Outer Banks. But that is literally the only thing we missed from our 40 years in North Carolina is the red fishing on the coast of North Carolina.
They say it's here somewhere, but we haven't found it.
We got to go north.
Or south into the Everglades.
Good morning, Amanda.
Hey, Amanda.
No, I promised that to you, not you. Hello, Amanda. Speaking of people that do giveaways that don't ever give this stuff, Ted, did you ever get your hatchet? Not talking about you, Amanda. It just made me think of it. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's owed a hatchet.
What's that? Guilt by association still? I'm sorry. But I think Al and Ted both were supposed to get a hatchet. Look at that. Oh, no, where is it? Off the hook. Wow. Yeah, Northeast Slab Hunter gives away great prizes when he's drunk.
Yeah. She's laughing with you.
Yes, please laugh with me, Amanda. I'm not. And Amanda's from Australia. And if y'all may not know it, some do. Amanda is a professional kangaroo groomer. They have kangaroo shows, and she works the circuit. She's like, her specialty is, what you say, Doc, perms and bows or something like that.
Is that a little further up north, Florida, Mexico Beach? Because we know they're up north. We just haven't found us a good place to go. We know they're a little bit further up north.
Oh, Teddy's supposed to get frogs as well. Look at there. 20 degrees here in the Pocono Mountains. That's why I'm in the Florida mountains. They call them sand dunes. Uh-oh. It's kangaroo mating season there now. Oh, Amanda, I bet you really got to get them pretty and smelling good. Because I know a rutted up roo's got to be about hard to wash. Yeah, she's a roo groomer. When she started, I think when she started.
That make her a roomer?
She was, yeah, she's a roomer, right. But I think when she first started, she had to vacuum out the pouches is where they start, like the new people. They're on the pouch vacuuming line. But she's moved up to perms and perms and bows or something.
She's supervisor now.
Yeah. I like that, though. She's a roomer. Isn't that what you said?
Yeah.
And they love their spa days. I'm sure, Amanda. Boy, I'm being a good boy because I'm being so good because we have company.
Yes, we want to keep these people coming in. We don't want our numbers to go down.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, I am the manager. That's right.
Manager.
That's right.
That's right. Sorry. I knew you was up there.
And when people bring in kangaroos, I said, "Look at my kangaroo's hairdo." She goes, that's not a hairdo. I'll show you a hairdo." All right, Joe, let me catch you up. Ted's kid Theo did the copyrighted Parabellum butt down in the boat. Was quite funny.
Yeah.
Slab Hunter is going to give away a bunch of rods and reels next Friday in a giveaway if he gets drunk. How's that about it?
I think that was it.
New Catfish folks in here. Catfish Dog does great parodies. Ted's kids think Batty is fantastic because he's a cartoon. And Stanley Orchard is going to steal, what was he going to steal? Practice beer. So I think we're caught up now, Joe. Joe's still laughing at butt down. Oh, it was funny, Joe. Made us laugh. Poor old Theo. Lindy got up to him and said, butt down. But he did it way better than you. Theo dropped it like it was hot.
It's on the live.
Yeah, it's on the live. And, oh, that's right. And it's kangaroo mating season where Amanda's at. So it's been a little frisky around the spa. Hey, Francis.
Bye, Francis.
Hey, Francis.
And Francis, I hope I'm not being personal or anything. Are you still with Rattletrap? I just don't know.
Haven't seen him around.
I saw him a couple of times. He'll pop up like in hog legs.
Oh, okay.
Joe was dropping it like it was cold because it was freaking cold.
It was.
We decided to make a parody ice fishing video and picked like the coldest day of the last 3 years. I mean, it worked out quite well. And everybody thought we were just bundled up making a video. And no, we were cold.
It wasn't supposed to be cold, though. Remember, that was like when we planned that, because I was supposed to go with you guys, and Jen got sick, and I had to stay home. And it wasn't supposed to be cold that weekend. It's just that front moved through and dropped everything like way down. So, because we were going to make because we were making fun of the ice fishing guys at that time. Right. And we were going to do like an ice fishing video. We were going to take like a little hut and put the ice all in it. We were going to buy a bunch of bags of ice. You guys didn't need the bags of ice.
Yeah, we took like 10 bags of ice. We had the little pop-up bathroom on our pontoon. We used it like a little ice shed. We had pop-up flags. Joe brought an ice rod. It's on Joe's channel. I need to go over there and copy the link because I was talking about it in Hog Legs Live and told people I would share that video because it's quite funny. And yes, Joe, I think she puts like Barry White on the stereo and the kangaroos come in there and get a room. I knew in Australia and they said roo hunting was the real deal out there in the Northern Territory. Oh, I'm sure. They fight them jokers too. Oh, I got candle flowers, Rupane, the whole. I said champagne is Rupane. I get that, Amanda.
Rupane.
Isn't that a song
Kids,
by Eric?
I think I'm gonna jump off. I'm like filling up. This is like I can barely see the screen. My eyes are watering.
Yeah. All right. Well,
we'll take you some NyQuil and go to bed.
I know Shane or Ted or anybody wants to jump up here. Come on, somebody be brave and jump up here and take Doc's place.
Gargle with some salt water in the morning. That mineral's good for you.
Yeah. Well, no, we do have that Sinex stuff that Joe posted. So I'm gonna do that.
Stan, did you not see the big one that Batty got right before he left? See if I can share the picture.
I hope you feel better.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I'll be in touch with you guys this week.
Batty got him a stuffy boy.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I'll see you later.
We have. I want everybody to welcome. Later, Doc. Sorry, I was trying. We're going to introduce Slab Hunter up in here.
Hey.
What's up, man?
What's up?
Hope you feel better, Doc.
Just hanging out, talking about kangaroos. You know, you've been part of it.
Yep. Hanging out in my kitchen right now.
That's a good place to hang out. Whoa, Stan got a 320 pounder. We're guessing this one was 250-ish. We didn't weigh it, but
Wow, that's pretty big.
we took a picture. I'm sorry. If my damn pig hanger back here, it pulled it over. I was kind of worried about it holding it up there for a little bit. But what was you saying there? What's your name, dude?
Andrew.
Andrew. I'll try to remember that.
I'm still working on the StreamYard thing. I can see the comments now, but I don't know how to do comments and video. But
I'm not sure you can. I hear people whine about that all the time, dude. I'm not sure. So what I did is I used my phone to read comments, and my computer is what I got on StreamYard. So
yeah, I'm just on my phone.
yeah, but I think we can see it on Doc's channel, can't we? When we join Doc's live, we can see chat. He gone. He pushed the wrong button. Yeah, Betty got one with a crossbow like last year. We've got them with muzzle loader, shotgun, crossbow, rifle. We keep trying with a spear, but Betty's missed them like for 2 years with a spear. Put my invite back up. It's just right up there, though.
There it is.
I'm coming. Wrong button.
Yep.
Oh, you'll do that. Dude, we talked Roland Martin into joining our live one night. He'd never joined a live, and that dude would join, kick himself out, come back, kick himself out. It's bad. He tried it for like 15 minutes and just gave up. I was like, man, that was so close.
Yeah.
So close.
That's a solid accomplishment to get rolling on the chat.
Yeah. Hang on, straight from Australia, smelling like Rupane.
Rupane. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Amanda. You're coming in loud and clear from Australia.
That's such a good picture.
Yeah, I need to change it.
She's starting to look like a kangaroo. You know, like I say, people start looking like their pets.
Well, I'm with them every day, John.
Oh, turn yourself down, Amanda. You are wall-to-wall, treetop tall.
I've got my earbuds in because I'm at work.
Oh, you got buds in your ear.
Yeah. No, not the smokable type, anyway.
I wasn't even going there.
They're at work.
Oh, it's so light out there. Holy crap.
Yeah, it's their summertime too.
Yep.
So what you doing? Picking up Rupu?
No, I'm doing the gardens today.
Oh, the gardens.
Yes, got to get the gardens done.
Do you carry a big old knife when you work in the garden?
No, I left it at home.
I thought that was like a rule in Australia. Everybody had to have like a big old knife.
Well, I do have a big old knife, and it's handy to have a big old knife because, you know, snakes, but I left it at home.
And I don't know if I've ever asked you, can you talk to can you do the clicking like them Aborigines do that? Can you talk like that?
Yeah, they don't click and no.
They do click. I've seen it where they.
I don't think that's Aboriginals though, John.
Well, you just don't live around clicking Aboriginals. I've seen them.
Well,
I've seen them on National. When I was younger, looking through National Geographics as an elementary school kid, there were clicking Aborigines in there.
well, I guess I'm fired on that front because I've never heard one click before.
Okay. Have you ever seen the movie The Gods Must Be Crazy?
No.
Oh my gosh, that's like an Australian movie where the guy drops the Coke bottle out of the airplane and the Aborigines picks it up, and it's a whole movie about these. Yeah, hits him in the head. And these whole tribesmen are trying to throw it off the end of the earth because they figured it was the devil. Man, that's a classic. You need to watch that. It's hilarious.
There's a lot of Australian movies I haven't watched. Just because I live here don't mean I watch our movies.
Well, yeah, but that's kind of like we're making fun of you, so they probably don't show them there. That's just, you know, like y'all probably have movies making fun of Americans. You know, like look at these dumb Americans in the jungle. Oh, Lord,
yeah.
Yee.
Wow.
Where you been hiding, Yee?
I know what he's been wearing.
What hangs up? That's not a knife.
This is a knife.
We went from kangaroo brushing to Ted. What's up, Teddy?
Hey, Ted.
I had to get on with my buddy Andrew and Amanda. I can't believe how cool that rod is, by the way. Drunk.
Andrew's son.
I got my little baby here. He's not going to bed. My wife, they're just
Hey, wife.
hanging out in the background.
Pretty.
Yeah,
Cute little baby.
Yeah, he was supposed to be asleep like an hour ago, but just not happening.
Look at this small world. Amanda brushes kangaroos and Yee vacuums caterpillars.
Oof. That's a good job, that one.
Y'all just taking care of the world, aren't you?
Oh, we try, mate. We try.
That's good to
Someone
see
has
you
to.
working. I'm really glad to see you working steady.
That's a good job, Caterpillar.
You ought to be making decent money there. So how's
What's up,
work
Ted?
tonight? Yeah, if I say the same thing. How's work tonight, Ted?
it's good.
Taking a break.
Yeah, it's good. I'm done with everything. I got to salt because we're getting a bunch of snow tomorrow morning. So I got to go out and salt all the schools before I leave tonight. Like pre-salt them, so tomorrow it isn't too bad.
Can you send some snow my way? I am seriously over our summer.
Yeah, no, it's like 25 degrees here right now, and tomorrow get first it was 7 inches of snow. Now it's like 1 or 2 inches in rain.
That's
I'll
cool.
take it.
Yeah.
Send it my way. I'll definitely take it.
But Ted, back to the ACC Rod.
Yeah.
Andrew, we were talking about it in the pontoon boat, and Ted had never seen a ACC crappy rod. And I was telling him, I was like, dude, you're gonna like this thing. Those are some really sweet rods.
I'm a St. Croix guy, okay, for everything, but I'm gonna probably buy my kids 2 ACC crappy fish.
Right.
They are a beautiful rod. I think footer. It's a 2-piece 8-footer. I think the total weight of the whole rod is like 4.3 ounces. It's amazing. It's an unbelievable rod. I was really impressed with the rods, and it takes a lot to impress me with the rods. And that thing, I just got to get a good reel. I may do a Shimano reel with it, like a I don't know. I don't know if I want to do a Stratic with it. Stratic. I like
That's overkill.
Shimano guy.
Yeah, no, that's overkill. You don't need a Stratic for that.
But they make a 500 series Stratic, and it's for like 6 to 8. I made that one, but I don't
Hang
know.
on, Ted, just for a second. We always talk about Pontoon Jody. Anybody that's not subscribed, she's live now. That is a catfishing woman right there. She's on the boat with her feller James, and they got a really nice boat. But y'all sometime drop over there and tell her Small Water Charter sent you over there.
She's on every Friday.
Yeah, she comes on at 9 o'clock, and she
All the time.
does a great job.
Yeah.
All right, Hank Snow, what you doing tomorrow, brother? You ain't got to drive the bus, do you?
Hope y'all have a good night. Go back in these 2-minute breaks. Yeah. All right, Yee. Thanks for coming in. Yee.
I haven't seen Yee in a while.
I hadn't. That's good to see him working, though.
Yeah.
And Amanda's working while she's just talking to us.
Kids even work, so everybody's working.
Ted's at work.
Yeah.
Andrew ain't doing nothing, trying to get his kid to sleep.
Yep, trying.
That's still work.
Good luck with that one. I'd rather be at work than trying to do that, Andrew.
He's still following me around. He's hanging out. Now he's running around the bed now.
There he is. There you go. Fight it to the end, man. Fight it to the end.
He's almost 2. He's just wound up. I had my whole family over here earlier, so he's just
Oh,
fired up.
Drive the
They're
bus.
probably feeding them sugar tonight.
Yeah, he said he had
Yeah.
his
Yeah, he's had enough of that.
Yeah. We used to have a girl lived across the road from us, had twin boys, and she'd come over all the time talking about how they wouldn't go to sleep. Got telling us her ritual, putting them to bed. She gave them both a big glass of Mountain Dew before bedtime.
Sundrop.
Well, they don't know what Sundrop is, I don't think.
Sundrop is like 99%.
Yep.
It's a North Carolina drink. It's like Mountain Dew on rocket fuel. But and she's like, I don't know why they don't sleep. We're like, Sam, you're giving them caffeine and sugar. You know, you're giving them high test, tell them to go to sleep. Well, look, we asked Francis about Rattle Trap, and there he appears.
Hello,
And got Francis in the picture. So,
Hello, Rattle Trap.
what's up, Curtis?
Hey, Rattle Trap.
Boy, you remember back in the day, old Rattle Trap ceiling fan lives? Anybody ever see one of those?
Yeah.
He'd go to sleep, wouldn't he, or something? He'd be on the ceiling fan for hours.
Got his watch hours.
He got his watch hours. With the chat,
I think the ACC crappie sticks too. They do have bigger rods too. If any of you guys, the catfishing guys or bass guys, I mean, I caught a muskie. I don't know if you saw that video, but I caught a muskie on the 7-foot rod. That little rod is pretty sweet. So
Rod setups.
my endorsement for ACC.
Yeah,
They don't pay me, by the way. It's just
no, that's cool that you do that. But that's a very, very well made rod, and it's I like it. I fell in love with it. It come in all wrapped real nice. It got it got a soft case with it. It's really cool.
yeah, they're nice. And the guy that runs it is actually like a genuinely good dude.
Yeah.
He's, I think he's from Tennessee.
Mm.
You know, they don't give me any. You know, I don't get any endorsements or any of that crap. But he sends me like new baits and some rods and stuff here and there. So
Nothing wrong with that.
It's a good deal. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
And all the stuff. It's half of it's made in China still. I mean, a lot of it is anymore, but.
What is
All
it?
their customer service and all the stuff's in America. So you talk to anyone there, it's a good deal.
Yeah,
And that's a big thing with companies is customer service is anything right now because you get a lot of companies when on service. If you could find a good company with customer service, that's a big deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, I'll do on next Friday. I'll get some stuff together and I'll do something on your live small water.
Very cool. I appreciate that.
Appreciate it for sure.
Kid,
Yeah.
saw the craziest video today. You know how they say crappie fishermen are the one that are leading edge with the forward-facing sonar stuff?
Yeah.
You know, they're the ones doing everything.
Yep.
Okay, you know our power poles we have, right?
Yep.
A crappie fisherman has invented, they're called bass brakes. On each one of your power poles, they mount the lower unit of actual trolling motors are mounted to the power poles.
That's cool.
So they lower them down, and when they come up and find these, you know, crappie on stuff, they can turn on the power pole trolling motors, which will stop them instantly. And they can not only move the front of the boat, they can move the back, and it's all for this forward-facing sonar.
Really cool.
But dude, you ought to see this rig there. They got the poles up in the air, and right beside them, hooked to them, are these trolling motors. You know, the heads and the pop.
Yeah.
It's crazy contraption and
So
everything.
they're all the way down on like the
It's on the black part, the pole part.
are they up further than the fiberglass?
Yeah, it's on the fiberglass part. You know, so when they drop them, yeah, that's the straight part. They're mounted right with the poles, and they're pretty big trolling motors. Hank saw that, but you have to look it up. They're called bass brakes. Yes, Shane saw it. Bass brakes are supposed to be the next big thing in fishing.
Yeah.
That's okay, Amanda. We know they have to pipe that stuff down there.
So good to
Welcome,
see you.
Rick.
Well,
Good to see you, Amanda.
But yeah, man, when you, I've always said that, you know, they need to make a trolling motor on the back of the boat that you can work, you know, because you can really. But I guess now they do.
Hello, Rick. Welcome.
on the power poles because you could probably lift them up, drop them down as deep as you want to get them too, right? Like you could have depth on them.
And that's, you can bring them up out of the water, you know, they'll just come up with the poles and drop them down, you know.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But can you imagine the donut you could turn out on the boat, turn your front trolling motor that way wide open, turn them back to that way. You sit there and spin, man. You can talk about making other people mad right in front of the ramp.
Yeah.
I get right there and just cut circles.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. I've seen the power poles with the flaps on them, you know, to slow you down when you're drifting.
Right, like the sock, they're like, you know, wind socks.
Yeah, but they're like they're like a fin that goes out and they drop.
Right.
Them.
Yeah. And you know, guys offshore have made downriggers that hook on them.
Okay.
Because think about it, you're out in deep water, you get a 10-foot set of power poles. There's from 0 to 10 foot, you can run your downrigger just right off your power pole.
It's good to see your work too, though.
Yeah, it was nice to see the kangaroo lot. I'd never seen where the kangaroos play. It's all right, Rick. We ain't going to dock your pay, but just a little bit. Teddy.
Yeah.
We told him in the live last week. I was going to say, but you're not home. I was going to tell you show off your jar of nickels, but you're not at home.
Hey, I'm not at home today. I'll have them in a bait. I'm going to be starting to make my baits soon. There coming out some more videos, so it'll be in the bait lab.
Oh, and I forgot for the giveaway, our posters should come in.
You signing them?
I don't know. If you're worthy, I might. But we get our stuff from Sticker Mill, and they sent me an email, 17 by 11 posters for $9. I was like, we got to have posters of us.
Yep.
So I got a good picture of me and Lindy in the sunset, and we actually have posters coming. So that was pretty cool, I thought. I'm going to put at least 3 in the bedroom.
I thought that was the big stickers. I thought you were going to put them on your pontoon boat. That's what I asked you when I got down there.
Yeah, it kind of looked like it, but yeah, they're big posters, man. You can put it up beside your Farrah Fawcett poster.
Yep. With my Ronnie James Dio poster.
Who are you?
Ted, how do you get your bait molds, Ted? Do you buy them, or do you know someone that can make some?
I dabble with making my own with silicone, but I use do-it molds.
But you buy those? Are they aluminum molds or something you buy?
Cast molds and CNC. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
I tried to make my own crappie bait, and I got one guy who was like, "Oh, you can." He was going to charge me like $500 for just for the CNC plans, not even for the mold.
Well, I can make you, if you go on my website, offthehookoutdoors.us, all my baits are on there. But if you want to I'll email you my phone number. We can talk, but I make crappie baits and ice fishing baits too, along with bass baits. So I'll definitely can send you some baits. You sent me a rod.
Yeah, I mean, I have scaled drawings for the bait I want to make, but
Yeah,
I don't know anyone that does CAD, like the CAD plans.
Mold. I don't make the mold. I buy the molds, and then I just shoot them injection mold. I make all my baits myself.
All right.
Yeah, the paperwork and the plans, that's where the money is, man. They'll flop them out on a CNC machine in no time.
That's how
you're saying the $500, that's the expensive part.
That's how Phil Robertson got started. He had the plans, man, with the duck call, and then all of a sudden it just went poof.
Yeah.
From there.
Because what you're talking about, Andrew, that cost $500, that's like the instructions to give the CNC machine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the CAD. It's the CAD design.
Right.
Like the language for the machine.
Right. Like I said, it's telling the CNC what to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
We have machines
Exactly.
at school, but they don't do the aluminum like the metal shop does. And the teacher that was in there, he actually retired. I was thinking about doing a mold with him, but he left, and the new teacher, I don't really know him real well, so I never really asked him. But I was going to get a CNC mold with my design, but that went away when he retired.
You know, I made some swim bait molds the old plaster of Paris way, and works great, but they're just flat sided a little bit. You know, where I have to pour it in the mold, but.
Yep, no, that's how a lot of people make them. I'm getting into hand pour molds this year too, but I'm going to get in with the big swim baits like you see on TV, like like the fishing. What is it called? The World's Worst Fishing. If you ever saw them, so I'm going to start making them molds, but they're like 8-9 inches for like muskie and stuff.
Right.
I've never caught a muskie on muskie bait. Only ones I've ever caught have been on crappie baits and bass baits. Never caught a muskie trying to fish for a muskie.
I've never caught a muskie. I've smelt muskie a time or two, but never caught one.
I go after them. I catch muskies, and I'm usually bass and muskie.
We had a gentleman this year on a crappie charter caught that 6-pound bass on one of them crappie poles we use on it. That was a cool fight. Man, them big glide bait. We just went to Bass Pro today, man, and they got some baits in there that are freaking humongous, man. We walked by like this one display, and I was like, holy, I couldn't see throwing something that big.
Good night.
What are they for bass?
They're for bass. Them like who was Justin and who was it from up north we took out on that charter on their honeymoon?
Yeah.
Remember that big old contraption he brought that he could barely throw out across there? Yeah, those things.
Yeah.
Wolf's Den's in here now. He says, never fish for him, but I want to this year. I'm guessing talking about muskies.
I'm assuming. But with Wolfie, you never know. He might be talking about catching rabbits or something. Wolf, then, have you been practicing karaoke and Hungry Like the Wolf like you're supposed to?
Corinne and Justin, was that his name?
Corinne and Justin, something like that.
Corinne.
On big. Are you talking about the hard-bodied one, Shane? The ones I'm talking about, like the big jointed, giant-looking fish, or are you talking about like a big rubber swim bait?
I have a manta called a manta hang 10. It's a 10-inch bait. It looks like a flat tail, and it's just like an oblong piece of wood, and it's the color was Laxel perch. And I'd throw that for muskie, and I caught some big largemouth on that thing.
You know, I got to catch one on Al's lure. Remember the lure he made us?
Yep.
I got to catch one this year on that.
For sure. I'm supposed to go visit with Al once it starts getting warmer. I want to go visit him down West Virginia.
He says when he gets his head right now, he says he's coming to Florida. I won't doubt we don't see him sometime later in the year.
That'll be cool.
Imagine us rolling with Al 3 or 4 days down here. That'd be a ball.
Yep.
I'll have him out here trying to catch a daggum bobcat.
Yeah.
And he's back.
I did it again.
Have a
I'm
meeting.
just getting used to this. I don't know how to go in between chat and
Ted can
live
what's
stream.
Okay, all you do is just hit the bottom of the chat, and then it'll say comments. Hit the comments, you'll see it. You can't do both, but you'll be on screen still, but you won't be able to see the screen. You'll just see the comments, and then you hit the X button, and it comes right back.
Yeah, I had that going for a second, and then I don't know what I hit.
Do you
Momentary lapse of reason is what I like to call those.
you have
Yeah, I'm probably on the younger end of the chat, and I can't figure this shit out. So God bless you guys.
Appreciate that little kick in the nads there, kind of.
Andrew,
Wasn't meant to be. It was a genuine props to you.
Yeah, we don't have kids to put to bed either.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could just go where we walk. Yeah,
auto mode.
we've been there, done that. Ted's still dealing with kids. We've done our part. Now they bring us stuff, don't they? Don't you? Yeah, Wolfie, we figured you were talking about muskie. I hear baby crying.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just hanging. He's literally underneath of me right now. I can't see him, but there he is.
There he is.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to the ACC rod, you know, do they make like the poles we use, like those B&M extendables? Or they just
They don't make the cane pole style stuff like you have, but I mean they make long rods, but they don't make
they make jigging rods more than they
yeah. Yeah, like jigging and trolling rods. I mean they make some, I think they go out to like 14 foot, 15 foot, something like that. There's some big rods, but they're not what you guys are fishing. They're not.
Yeah, some of ours are 14 foot. We just bought 2 new 14 footers today
Yeah.
while we were at the Bass Pro.
Yeah. B&M still got that part of the market kind of cornered. I mean, they don't make, ACC doesn't make the same kind of stuff that you guys fish, but they make great rods. I've gone through, I fished St. Croix, I fished Bass Pro stuff, I fished everything, cheap, expensive at all, and ACC really does make good rods. So.
So, John, when we came in the dock that night, remember those guys had all those rods set up straight horizontal out? Is that the he's talking about? Like you're talking about the jigging rods, like 14-foot rods like that?
No, those guys were fishing just like us, Ted, but they weren't using bobbers. So they put the poles are down lower. You know, ours are up in the air. We got a bobber. They take the bobber out, a little heavier weight, turn the poles down. And I bet they don't, you know, most of their line is underwater. They're just short line.
Gotcha.
And yeah, that's how they keep it from tangling. That's like ours. You keep their taut lining.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But some of the old timers do that without bobbers low, and we go up high with bobbers.
Gotcha.
But Ted, I picked one of these up at Bass Pro today, where you turn your cooler into the big live well. You know, ours has air now. I'm gonna turn it into a water.
There you go.
Live well water thing.
Heck yeah.
The hell, that picture was almost the same. It was about the same cooler I got bait in right now.
Yeah, it looks the same.
Yeah.
That's
But, you know,
cool.
the other one pumps air, where this one's gonna circulate the water.
Water, yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, you guys mainly have like a cane pole style setup, right? I mean, you're not even fishing reels on those things mostly, right?
Now, here's one of them right here. I got a brand new one here. Ain't even never find the label.
Like a B&M. Oh,
He hit the button.
yeah, he hit the button. I pressed 3 times already.
He'll be back in a second. There he is.
No, I hit my USB where I got my camera plugged in on top of my computer. I hit it with the butt of the rod. See, they're the B&M Black Widows.
Yep.
And they just extend, you know, they're all, you just poop, choke. And these are, like I said, these are 14 footers, I believe.
Very cool. Yeah, that system John and Lindia got down is really neat system. I've never done it before. That's why I wanted to go do that. I learned a lot, and I know the kids learned a lot. So I'll be anxious to get that video out soon with John and Lindia helping out the kids and explaining what they're doing. So I just stayed back and videoed while they were doing things. So that video will be coming out. It'll be like a tutorial thing. I may cut into it and explain what they're talking about, then go back and show John and Lindia showing the kids what to do. So that's my plan for that video.
Simplicity.
But it was funny. Ted looked at the kids and goes, now stand back, let them set the rods up. The same time, me and Lindy went, oh no, you kids come up here, we're going to show you how we do it. 14 poles, everybody grab one and start unwinding them.
Hands-on is the best.
Yeah, we can only use, Ted, what is it, 3? I think it's 3 rods in Pennsylvania. So, I mean, I have enough, the place I fish, we have enough crappies. You could do like a small spider rig setup with 2 guys, but I can only fit 2 guys comfortably on my boat. My dad's got a bigger boat, but it's not set up. And frankly, my boat's not set up for that kind of deal. So I never got into the bigger rods. I got one 10-footer, and I use that for mainly like late in the season when I'm vertical jigging on structure. I really don't have any use for big rods here.
I would think a rod like a 10 or 14 would be good on a boat to reach in those brush piles and drop down into them. Is that what that?
Yeah. That's I go 10 foot. That's about the max because it's still set up as a pole. Like I can still flick a cast out with a 10-footer. You can't really do that beyond that. You're kind of just,
He's probably just jig fishing.
Say that again? I didn't hear you.
Wondering if you use bobber stops.
She thought you were jigging like off with a bobber stopper, letting it, but I think you don't use bobber at all jigging, do you?
No, only in the spring. The only time I put a bobber on is in the spring, in the spawn. Because those fish are 15, 20 feet deep all year, except for the spawning season. That's it.
Right. See, that's what we're fishing. They're moving. All our fish are moving. The reeds we're fishing in, there's like 37 miles of them down that west side of the lake, and all of them are packed with crappies. I mean, we're like the crappie capital of the world. The lake ranks way up there in crappie.
But when I bobber fished in North Carolina for crappie, that's what I used was bobber stops.
With a jig.
It's deeper there in North Carolina as well.
Yeah, well, I've seen people. My cousin lives not that far from Dale Hollow Lake in Kentucky, and they fish 30 feet of water with a slip bobber and minnows. But
yeah, that's what you call the slip bobber. But the bobber stop, I guess they know what you call them. The thing you put on the line and it slides and stops at the bobber.
Yeah, you can adjust with that.
I haven't really done it because I got live scope on my boat now, and everything we fish, it's very like isolated structure. You don't get like the big schools of fish where I'm at. You gotta hit one spot, and it's really the fishing's kind of tough, honestly. And Ted probably knows. He's from Pennsylvania. It's not like you don't get the schools like you're talking about where you got however many miles of structure for those fish to be on. It's like one spot here, one spot there, and you're covering maybe a mile to catch your limit of fish.
That's what that's what we tell people. They think like we're sitting on a brush pile camped out with 14 poles. Yeah. And I try to tell you, we're on a path. The fish that are biting us right now, they're gone. They're passing by. The next ones are going to bite, or it's just coming and going. Like I said, in the heat of the spawn, you'll catch some full of eggs. They're heading in, and then you'll catch them completely empty ones that are heading out just on the highway. It's like fishing on I-95. You're just waiting on the right one to grab.
I saw a short one of the bluegills or the coppernose Ted caught down there. Are they spawning right now?
Down there in Astor, Florida, there was a ton of them up close, like off of that dock where we were catching them. So I'm assuming they were coming in to spawn. I don't know if they were exactly spawning then, because all the fish we caught weren't fat. They were just big, like hand size.
If they probably spawn like shell crackers out on the lake, and I know those fellows we take crappie fishing, they come back in April or May when the shell crackers are spawning. So I
Yeah.
bet it's later with those bluegill ones too. But Ted was over on the coast when they caught that.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was fishing that water. We're more, yeah, we're in the center. But I
Yeah.
think they're a little later. They're like in actual spring. The shell crackers starting off.
They're
the
more toward
bluegill.
on probably because they're up north more in
And
Florida.
supposedly, them guys tell us, Okeechobee has monster shell crackers and bluegills on it.
You said what Shane said he
We have
caught.
we got a quarry pond, an abandoned quarry near me that has bluegills we've caught them up to almost 2 pounds in there.
Wow.
And they get like that. They get real dark. Not quite that dark, but it gets super colored up. But that's only for a month and a half.
Yeah.
In Pennsylvania, and it's done.
It was neat because I caught a black one with blue on it, which looked like a fluorescent blue, and then we caught black ones with orange bellies. Then we caught black ones with yellow bellies. It was really cool. There were a whole bunch of different colors. I thought they were different fish, but they were telling me no, they were all the same breed, all the copper nose or whatever.
And a lot of it's that tannic water. It's a little more tannicky over there on the coast edge where you're fishing. They're just that's some black water fish.
It's almost like tea, like tea in that lagoon where we were
Yeah.
fishing.
That's what we call clear water. If it looks like a glass of sweet tea, real dark sweet tea, that's
Tannicky.
that's our clear water. Everybody looks at it and goes, that's not clear. I was like, oh, that's clear. That looks good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when we get a lot of rain, like if we go for a long time without rain, and then it rains and gets the swamps full, that next rain pushes all that tannicky water out of the swamp, and Donkey Land will just get dark.
Really?
It's pushing it out of them cypress trees and all that back into the lake.
Yeah, Pennsylvania's a weird state because you got like I'd say 60% of the lakes are super clear, and then where I'm at and probably where Ted's at, I mean, you have Pymatuning's not that far from you, and that's really not a clear water lake. You got Shenango River Reservoir. That's a it's kind of stained water area, and same where I'm at. So I'm on the other side of the state from him, and you got half the lakes are clear water and half of them are stained, not really tanted, but just stained water lakes. And it makes for weird fishing. You can go 15, 20 miles from where I live and fish two completely different setups. I mean, you can't even carry the same stuff. Like you go to one lake 20 miles from where I'm at, and it's totally different deal than where I'm at, right in my backyard. It's wild.
Even our lakes are like that. Donkey Land's all hydrillo. We're right beside it is headwaters, which is a lot of reeds. I mean, it's wild that lakes beside each other can look so different.
Yeah. Lake Okeechobee used to be tannicky. You could see to the bottom, but since they got rid of all the grass, it's just so muddy. It's hard to find clear water.
Yeah, because that grass is a filter for all them.
Yeah.
I mean, a 37 square mile radius of a lake, and
no, it's more than that.
Well, I mean,
it's still 37 miles long, but 35. It blows some wind. And look, I forgot Boxy's up that way. He said that Pymatuningh or whatever is his backyard. Look at Crystal. Crystal gonna get ice storms tonight in North Kakalaki.
I heard that. I saw that.
You enjoy that, Crystal.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna go buy a snow cone tomorrow.
You stay in the house though and get better.
Kind of the same.
We're supposed to have a couple inches here, so
wow.
North.
3 to 5.
Yeah, that's matter of fact. I think I'm going to get off of here so I can go salt the school so the kids are safe tomorrow.
Cool, Ted. Appreciate you jumping up, man.
Have school on Saturday.
God, I'll talk to you soon. I'll email you my phone number. And if
Yeah,
you
let me know. Maybe we can get together, meet up somewhere halfway in between the great state of Pennsylvania here.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, but we'll talk. John, Lindy, you again.
Ted, kids got school tomorrow on Saturday?
They have to come in and they're doing all their practice stuff at school, like basketball. They have baseball inside here. There's plays going on, so I got to make sure it's all accessible for them.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
So I will see you guys tonight. Always a pleasure with you guys. Thank you, Andrew. Great meeting you. Thank you again.
You too, man.
See you, Teddy.
Hopefully next time, Andrew, you got a 6-pack in your hand and I can win a reel.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see. Next Friday.
Thanks.
Later, Teddy. Ted's a funny guy. But so is that, I know you fish for other things, but you mainly fish for crappie. Is that your passion?
Yeah.
Would say?
I mean, I'm honestly, I'm really blessed where I am in the state because I'm on like a fine line. So if you go north or south of me, it sucks, honestly, for crappies. I mean, we have good fishing for bass. There's a lot of good bass lakes in Pennsylvania. And if you go out west near where Ted's at,
Right.
they have 3 or 4 probably the best crappie fishing lakes in Pennsylvania, supposedly. I mean,
Wow.
that's, if you look it up, that's where they're at. But where I am, I'm on the complete opposite side. I'm on the eastern side of the state, and we have state biology reports, and the lake that I fish the most, they don't even mention panfish at all. It's like, yes, they don't exist in this lake.
Wow.
So
Well, those are
I'm fine with that because I know the story to be vastly different from what the state says. So
Same reason we call Donkeyland. Even so many people know the name of that little reservoir, but I don't spread it any more than I have to.
yeah, I've never once said where I fish most. I mean, I fish a couple of different lakes, but it's all the same. I mean, there's probably 5 lakes by me that have really heavy bass fishing pressure, but
Right.
nobody fishes for panfish because if you go on and you read the state biology reports, you'd say, well, this isn't a place that, you know, you would normally go there and target those fish. So
Are you familiar with the lake box he's talking about?
Shenango, yeah, Shenango's closer to Ted. That's out western PA. I'm in eastern PA. Shenango has probably, I've never fished it honestly, but I talked to a guy that used to write reports, and I think he worked for the state for a little while, but he used to write like a local sporting magazine articles and stuff for fishing. And Shenango has some of the biggest crappies in western PA. They'll get 3-pound fish out of there all the time.
Right. Some of those videos I watch, is it like Arkansas and all, where they'll catch them 3-pounders and all, and they don't even look like crappie. They so dang big.
Yeah.
I think our biggest one here is still at the bait shop. Last I looked, we told you they do that contest weekly and monthly. Biggest one turned in, I think it's 2.4, something like that.
Yeah, and in Pennsylvania, I think the state record is 4 pounds 3 ounces, and the one my brother caught with me last December was 3.8, so 3 pounds 14 ounces roughly, something like that.
Yeah.
So not that far off from the state record.
Yeah. This is that mahogany group we take fishing. They just left Okeechobee and they caught a few. I'm sure that wind and all, it was a tough bite, Kathleen.
Yeah. Good to see you.
And look here, there is 10-horse Monty. Hadn't seen you in a while, Gabe. Hope you're doing well, man. Another good guy, got a great channel. He's bass fishing.
Yeah, I've seen his stuff.
Yeah.
He's got a pretty popular channel, right?
He does. He
Yeah.
kind of blew up there. He's doing good.
It was good to see you, Robert and Kathleen.
Yeah, glad you dropped in. We'll see you soon. These are great folks. We take them on crappie charters. Good people. They work with young kids in Miami. They brought a kid up here a month or so ago. It was his first time ever out of the city of Miami. First time on a boat. First time ever fishing, seeing a fish. And it was a cool trip.
He's a nice young man.
I'm glad to hear that, dude. Glad you're doing good. We still kicking it over here. Just broke 2K finally. We're going to do a big giveaway next Friday. Give away a ducket rod, bunch of ducket baits, some Bass Addiction. Even got some tungsten from Flat Out Tungstens. So that's cool. That's our sponsors. We're sponsored by Bruiser Bait, Bass Addiction, and Flat Out Tungsten.
Oh, you guys got them too? I saw that on Ted's channel when I was checking them out.
Yeah,
After I gave him the rod.
Yeah, Ted isn't sponsored by them. We are. He's doing it through us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're Florida guys. We're down here. Great bunch of people. Great bunch of people. All right, Amanda. You always like to win stuff, so I got to mail it to freaking Australia.
Yeah.
Come on down.
Show the 20% thing again.
And yeah, here, hang on. Lindy put up our code right there. And look here, speaking of bass fishing, Here, Mr. Shane Flint.
There he is.
Hey guys, I had to jump in and just say hi before you cut off for the night.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Hopefully I don't.
Before he slam hunter, you got to check this guy out too.
Yeah, here's another great guy. Does great online tournaments. Great guy.
Yeah, I sort of figured out the StreamYard thing here, so I can go into the comments and not kick myself out.
Oh, good. You got to pick up Shane Flint though. Go check him out.
Yeah, I'll look him up as soon as I get off of here.
Welcome, Al.
Hey, Al Chef.
I had to look twice. I thought it looked like a big old Al Blades.
Al
Yeah.
Chef.
You know what I first.
Hey guys.
What's Amanda doing here? Well, the plans had kind of changed, John. It's all good, Amanda. Changed for the better, you mean? Yeah, we're all doing good, Al. We're just hanging out, but we're ending up the show here on a Friday. We've been chasing crappies lately. What's Shane got to say? Say you caught some big ones on a swim bait, Shane?
Yeah, I caught a couple of big ones on swim bait on Monday. Got a 5 and 6 pounder. One of these big 6-cent traces.
Yeah. You imagine trying to throw that at Donkeyland?
No. No. But I did
We have a
catch
guy. We got a guy up by me. I'd be interested if you know swim bait fishing. I can't remember his last name, so this might not be much help. But his name's Keith. He makes custom swim baits and he sells them to Mike Iaconelli and a bunch of guys on tour.
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, he sells them some nice prices too.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, they're expensive, but he's not that far. He's like an hour away from me, and I've actually ran into him a couple times in local tournaments, bass tournaments, and it's a great guy, but man, he's a nut. He's an awesome guy. I don't think he does any kind of YouTube or anything, but legendary guy in my neck of the woods.
Yeah.
He's got all the bass knowledge you could ever want.
Yeah, I've heard Mike Iaconelli talk about him as well, making his
Yeah.
swim bait. He makes them for several pros.
Yep, he's he doesn't even, I don't even know if he has a website or anything. I mean, it's just all word of mouth stuff he makes.
That's the good
Really?
stuff too. You know, you got a good bait maker when you don't have to advertise.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
He makes it's like 3 different baits. That's it. And I watched him. I watched him at one of the tournaments we fished, throwing that thing around, just messing around. He runs a little club, little ways away from me. And, I watched him throwing that thing around, and man, it's a lake that's not really. They might get some 6 or 7 pounders, and he catches them on the regular on those baits.
Oh yeah, yeah. When
They
the biggest
show-
are biting, they hit these big baits. They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. He was telling me all about it. He uses like a search bait. He doesn't even really fish with it all that much. Certain times of the year he catches them on it, but he uses like a search bait, and he'll go back, he'll mark those spots, and he'll go back and he'll throw other stuff on them, and he catches these 6, 7 pounders in Pennsylvania.
That's big bass in PA too. 6 and
Yeah.
7 pounds are big bass there.
Yeah, for sure.
What part of PA are you in?
I'm on the eastern side of the state.
Okay.
So I fish mostly northeast and southeast PA.
Okay.
Al, we're checking out your channel. Where are you from, man? That's some pretty country you're walking around in. Because I didn't recognize the name, so we're checking out Al.
Yeah, I travel into PA quite a bit. I work for the university up Penn State University, so I'm up there a lot. I have family in Easton, PA.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that where
Yeah,
they make
I-
Easton Arrows? Do those come from Easton, PA? Easton Arrows?
I'm not sure.
That's right.
Well, Easton, the baseball company. I don't know if that's related to Easton
They are.
Archery, but
They
is
are.
it? But yeah, that's Pennsylvania.
Canada. We just saw the Al. I guess it's from Canada. So what you doing this weekend, Shane? Till you got bad weather coming in?
Bad weather, gonna just ride it out. You know, I really wanted to get some fishing in this weekend, but you know, it is what it is. You know how it is when it gets cold. So
Yeah, Batty left yesterday. You know, he'd been here 7 days, so we was ready to get back. You know, we ain't been to Donkey Land in over a week, crappie fishing, nothing. but we got rain tomorrow, and we'll start Sunday seeing what's up.
Have you got any
Where-
charters lined up, John?
Yeah, Wednesday and Thursday of this week at Donkeyland.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh,
Tuesday
good.
and Wednesday. Mr.
Okay.
Joe's in town. Remember Mr. Joe that I take the helicopter pilot?
Yeah.
Well, he stores our boat here at the house. He texted me a while ago and said, John, can I come get the boat tomorrow? So he's in town. And that's what he'll do when he comes back in town. He comes here for 2 months a year. He'll charter with me like his first day back. And I kind of show him, where they've been biting, the last I knew. And then from there, for the next 2 months, we'll see Mr. Joe all the time. And he'll be at Donkeyland Headwaters. We just bump into him a lot.
Yeah.
Great guy. Great guy.
Yeah. Did you catch Norm G's latest video from Headwaters?
Where he's showing all the spots. I
Yeah.
haven't watched it yet, but a lot of those are the same spot. Like his Roland Martin hole, the one he calls Roland Martin. Dude, that's where we go. Oh, I mean, that's a community hole, right? But we do see Roland in that same area a bunch.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, that's. I was watching. I was like, he's not giving out too much of any secrets right there. I mean,
No, Headwaters, there's not a lot of secrets, Shane. It's so open. They opened that new lake, and it's pretty. That's why we call it Headwaters in videos. I mean, it's pretty much out there.
That's why we're taking the Headwaters.
Yeah, next time you come, you got to get here sometime for a couple days.
And Three Forks.
Yeah,
So
I
we
want
can
to do 3 days with you guys if I can. If it's not going to be a burden.
Man, you're welcome anytime. That's what we want to do. We want to do the grand tour. Like Donkeyland, Headwaters, and Three Forks, something.
Yeah, and there's Lake Jackson. And
There's so many. There's so many.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely like to fish Lake Jackson, the big mud puddle, because you guys are tearing it up there.
I was just thinking that today, Lindy, that, it's spawn time, and Jackson's when we caught them in that ditch back there.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that. We'll be back at Jackson as soon as it warms up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Thanks, Boxy. Appreciate it. Shane, are you familiar with Boxy?
Yeah.
All right. He used to preview channels, and 2 years ago, I bet we didn't have 50 subscribers. Boxy previewed us on his channel. Like Ted, most channels started going through Boxy Outdoors.
Yeah.
Now he don't even do it no more. Now he's just trapping.
That was his passion, get everybody else going. And he did.
Wasn't he the one that didn't he have a coyote or a fox in a trap last year? Was that
His first one ever, where he gets so emotional when he sees it, when he's driving up in the truck.
Yeah.
I got one, guys. I got one. That's Mark J. Larson. He's a trapper. He said that brings a tear to his eye every time he sees that excitement in Boxy's voice or hears it. Boxy saw his first coyote.
Take care, Boxy.
See you, Boxy, brother. Much appreciated, man.
Shane, where are you from?
Virginia.
Virginia.
Yeah, I'm 50 miles south of DC.
What's that? What's that little reservoir that I don't know if it's part of the Potomac River or not? It's somewhere up there. I caught a weird podcast that was
Fishing the DMV is what you probably call it.
Yep. And they were talking about crappie. Some guy caught one. I can't even remember what the name of that reservoir is, but it's rip. Yep, there you go. And he was saying I got that on my hit list because he was saying that's there's a lot of big fish like that in there.
Yeah, that's as the crow flies, 18 miles from my house.
What's the name, Shane?
Occoquan Reservoir.
Occoquan.
Yeah, locals call it the Res.
The Res.
The Res.
That's funny. Jamie works on the Res.
Yeah.
The casino and all's on the reservation. Here, everybody calls it the Res. We're going after the Res.
It's actually the best bass and crappie lake in Virginia, period.
Okay. What about Lake Anna?
Lake Anna's really good. I mean, that's 25 miles this way from me. But that's a big lake. I do all these local reservoirs. I do electric only fishing. So
Okay.
Anna's you got to get a big boat out on Anna.
You can't run a big motor in Occoquan?
Nope.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I don't.
Yeah. All your reservoirs in Virginia are electric. Actually, I take that back. Occoquan, you can run a 9.9 or lower gas motor. That's the only reservoir in Virginia you can get away with that. Or that's
wow. And look at our reservoirs, Donkeyland. I'm running 55 mile an hour spray. Yeah, that deep of water. Andrew, you should have seen old Shane. We took him to Donkeyland. I put him in our little speed tracker. And Yeah, he's from Virginia. It was a chilly for us. Shane got out of the car. This is warm. It's cold in Virginia. This is warm. About halfway out that canal in the boat, Shane was shivering. He goes, "This is a different kind of cold." I said, "It is chilly."
It was
Well,
damn.
he's halfway in between me and you, so that wouldn't bother me any.
I bet you freeze. You're going to be surprised. When it's chilly here, it's a different kind. Shane, is it different?
Yeah, but you get that wind. You're doing 45 miles an hour, and you get the wet wind.
The humid wind, yeah.
Humid down there. That gets you chilled real quick.
I was just on a really cool trip with somebody I work with in New Jersey. He runs a I wouldn't even call it a charter, but the guy was on like Shark Week and some other, like the guy makes a bunch of money, and he does like these private charters for friends of his or whatever. I don't even know what his business is, but he took us out in Jersey and we went striper fishing, and he's got a 48-foot high-speed catamaran with three 300s on the back.
That's a go fast.
Yeah, the guy he was doing like 60 miles an hour in like 3.5-foot seas offshore.
Yeah.
It was wild. Never been on any kind of boat that handled that kind of stuff at that speed.
Dude, us being, close to the Keys and the coast and the Gulf, there are some fine boats down here. This is Florida's
I'm sure.
the go fast state. We got bass boats running 300s that are doing 90, running across Okeechobee. No problem.
Yeah, I mean, when you get down to Southeast,
Then you get rolling.
you're doing that bass boats. Period.
That's like Headwaters has a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit. They built this fancy reservoir trying to keep these bass boats in check. Freaking rolling. They have yelled at him many times for hauling ass across that lake. He don't care. He drives like he's Rolling Martin.
And he can.
He can. I ain't nobody gonna say that.
He does.
But Shane, you got anything really special you want to say? Then I'm gonna go into my engine spill. Stay with us, but
Yeah.
I want to make sure I got you in.
Nope.
But next Friday is your chance to get some small water charters money.
Okay.
We've got enough Shane Flint money coming this way. It's time to send some back up the hill. I think you won one of our giveaways, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah.
Yep.
You need that Ducket rod. That little green ghost it's the one same as the one I fish all the time. It's a sweet little rod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll throw my name in the ring next Friday.
Hell yeah, next Friday. And like everybody that's in here, come back next Friday. I'm gonna give stuff away. It's our 2K giveaway. Andrew says he's gonna kick up something. Doc's gonna have something. So Andrew's gone. See, I was mentioning Andrew and kick, and there he went. He got excited, hit the wrong button. He's out. But it should be fun. We appreciate everybody that watches our videos and getting us to 2K. Hell, we're only like 990 away from 3K, so we're going to keep rolling.
Won't be long.
Hey, he made it back.
I'm sorry. I'm the worst of this.
I thought maybe we talked about you giving away stuff. You're like, oh, no.
Yeah, see you later. I'm not giving away anything. No. I'll be back. I'll be back next Friday.
I know you will. And like I said, we're going to do it on our channel again next week. So it'll be Doc's, I guess, the week after that.
Thanks, Tucker. But Doc will be with us too.
But yes, Slab Hunter, if you ever on a Friday night at 8 don't see us live, it's because we're over on Coastal Fever TV. That's the Doc guy. We trade back and forth. Thanks, Tucker. Another local Okeechobee guy. But everybody come try to get in on these giveaways Friday. Andrew, we appreciate you coming up.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Oh, anytime. Shane, we appreciate you. Get your butt down here to Florida.
Yep, we'll do. Have a good night, guys.
Yep. Andrew, you're welcome. Come south, bring the family, go on vacation. We'll take you fishing.
I'd love to. I probably will get down there eventually, next year or two.
Yep, you'll love it. Just be prepared to love it. All right, Curtis, later. I'm going to say bye to everybody. Thanks, guys. Later to everybody in the chat. Whoever's left in here.
Shane booked. Bye,
Shane booked. All right, we're going to book too. Later, Andrew.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
All right, Lindy, what do you say?
Fishing is fun.
Fishing is fun, and the giveaway is going to be good. Thanks for the 2K. See you guys later.